No, it's brother. Yeah, we.
I want some of this clothing.
No, like I said, man, it's about building the foundation and building the structure, and really, like, how old are you? 21. So you 21, man, and I got you about 17 years. But you're doing a lot of good things, and one thing that I do with ACEE Academy is to help you identify your personal structure. Like, you have a business structure, but you got to identify your personal structure so you can move forward. So one of the things that to help you build your brand and help you build your life, like, do you have a mission statement for your business?
Well, I say I got to deliver the building, but I got a mission statement for across.
Okay, you got a mission statement for your business. But being a young man, one thing that I want you to do before you can do your business, man, we gotta have to break down. You have a mission statement for your life, for your household, and then that translates into your business. Because once we get you with the foundation, which is accountability, commitment, education, effort, then you can execute further. So based on what your brand, you got a good brand. But now, based on that brand, like you said, you change the conversation. Like, well, where do you hold yourself accountable at? What do you hold yourself
Is this 65 or 6,000? 6? Oh yeah.
Like, what's your principle? So when you invite people into your world, just to start getting new business partners as you grow, like, you gotta have it straight. As you get money, like, people will come at you. Like, what do you believe in? If it doesn't fit your business model, then I can't associate, then I can't do it. So those are the things, like, we want to invite you through to take the steps to communicate so you can know how to build a team. And that's what we work on. One of the things about the foundation is the foundation to life, but it's also going to give you the tools that you need to build your infrastructure so you can execute. And one of those things is teamwork. You know, then it's communication, both interpersonal. Like, what is the thing, like, right now, like, if we talk about interpersonal, like, and if you got to put on a mask in the morning, like, what are some things that you want everybody to see when you step out?
Like, you're gonna do it. I want everybody to know I'm confident in myself. I want everybody to know that. I just want everybody to know that I can inspire people. So it's like, I want people to look at me and I want them to be inspired in some type of way. I want to leave some type of positive impact on them, like positive energy, something, compliments, anything to lift somebody up. And you know, everybody's not getting to know you just off like the first experience with you. So I just feel like with everybody every day, you're doing a lot just by doing something positive. Just anything, compliment, help them out, anything. You know?
And see how you did that. So what we call that is, that's your public mask. See, you have 3 masks. See, that's your public mask. And like for me, I want people to see ACEE brand, ACEE Academy. I want people to see the pride. I want people to see the ambition. I want people to see the growth. I want people to see my gratitude and my gratefulness. But you have a private mask too. That's what you, your mom, your family, the things that people don't see, but it's certain things that you want them to see. But then I want to ask you, man, like, as you going on this journey and you 21, like your secret mask, number 3. Your secret mask is things that you're scared of, your fears, the things that you think may hurt you, your scarcities. Like, for me, it's like being homeless again. For me, underneath that mask, one of my deepest secrets is that I don't read that well. So I do things to cover it up, and I put on masks to do this. But like, we gotta learn how to live within our truth and not under other people's expectations. So telling people, like, what are some of the things that you're scared of but you're working on for people that's your age that's trying to pursue something. Like, it's okay to be scared, but you gotta be able to face them. Like, you gotta be able to address them, and that's why you go get coaches and you go get people to help you address them. So like, what are some of those things that's deep down, rooted, like, that you're scared of?
So for me, I feel like most of the stress that comes right now in my time is just being able to execute and get stuff done. Like, I don't want everything to come now, but I want to be able to start everything that I need to for the future now. So it's like, sometimes I catch myself working on too much stuff at one time, trying to push too hard, and I might not get enough sleep, or I might not eat enough, and I kind of like, it takes a toll on my health a little bit. And just pushing too hard for me and expecting too much at one time. Not expecting too much at one time, but just not being patient to like let stuff come, you know. I like to just do stuff like I'll overwork just trying to get it, cause it's like, some people live, like they say they live like there's no tomorrow, like I really live, like I don't want to leave anything on the table, so I guess sometimes I guess you can say overeat or overwork, whatever you say.
But you know, with that, you know, like I said, like again, like we talk about in the ACEE Academy, when you talk about work ethic, like work ethic is broken down into 4 parts. And hard work is 10% of it. It's like your heart gotta be in it, that's your why, like what's driving you, the things that's pushing you, that's your purpose. You know, like clear eyes, full hearts can't lose. So long as your eyes is clear on your vision, bro, and your heart is full with whatever it is that your vision is set on, you can't lose. But at the same time, you have 40% of sweat equity, and I think at 21, you're doing a lot of sweat equity. But you have to put that in, and that's what gains leverage and gains value, so you can be able to demand what you want. But then you have to understand, like that's cool to be working in your sweat equity and grinding the way you grind. But at the same time, you gotta break it down into your other 30% of your work ethic, which is your smart work. And your smart work is, you know what I mean, you gotta have be purposeful, you gotta have clarity, bro. Like you gotta break it down and you gotta be intentional. And you gotta be on purpose. So sometimes you can't go all the way, like you just gotta be right there in the box and dominate that lane. And then everything else will spill over in that lane once you dominate that lane.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And then we got 20, and then your last thing is, man, you got 20%, which is consistency, bro. Like riding a bike, bro, being consistent at those other things. Being consistent at being accountable. Being consistent at being fully committed. Being consistent at educating yourself in that lane to dominate that lane, bro. And giving that, and being consistent in your effort. Like, just take the time to rest, bro. Like, you don't have to stop, but you gotta rest and get the proper rest so you can process the information. Enjoy the journey, bro. Like, the journey is greater than the reward. The journey is greater than the result. Enjoy the process, bro, because that's where the memories is made.
That's cool.
Alright, we're gonna cut that one. Then we'll come back, hop back in.
I don't even know where the record button is.
You gonna put it on?
Hey, X. Try not to focus on the cameras, but act like they're not here.
Oh, that's easy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Act like y'all would just have, like next time you speak, act like you just having a conversation, like a normal
Already,
conversation.
the camera is on, so having a conversation, like for real.
Yeah, don't worry about over here. Try, you know, like what they would tell you in the movie.
Like me and you just focus on what's going on. But no, but those that's what we do go there. So like,
Did you cut the audio?
no,
Can't tell me nothing. This one finna die. That was finna die.
You might be the camera.
yeah, this motherfucker war in the
Probably just hot.
You know what I'm saying? When it get cold outside, it's gonna go good. Right now, I'm in the motherfucking sauna. About to get ready for the boxing match.
Sweatsuit. Legit.
You came up here, they bring my t-shirt.
Hey, the stock will be fixed by this, probably by this weekend.
Y'all just do me dirty.
I'm pulling right up to the spot.
Do me any kind of way. I send him text, he don't never respond. He's so busy.
But I do like it. It's very rising. I love it. My uncle says that same shit. No, I swear, I got you. They should be here this weekend, but
Communication, yo, fix the situation.
Right?
It fits the situation. You gonna, I'm gonna tell you, like you must ain't like they read it already. You gonna have to read it to help you out, so you can be. So you can be. You gotta read that. Just so to help you.
That's what I learned.
That's in my book.
They say always keep, you know what I'm saying?
So, man, what's up, man? What you think?
You know what I'm saying?
How did it sound without the microphone, bro? Like, cause I think it goes better when everybody stop passing that microphone.
Oh, for real? Oh, we'll take a mic up.
No, I'm just saying, like, when we could just chop it up like homie, like.
Oh, fuck the mic, that's cool, yeah.
It still sounded.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was gonna say that. Just
Like that mic was like a distraction trying to
Trying
pass
to,
it
you know what I'm saying, do a whole bunch of back.
Like, when we would just chop it up, kicking it, like everybody got
Nah,
done.
that's cool.
And that'll look better, you know what I'm saying, instead of all the back and forth.
Yeah. So that way you can just chime in and like, hold on, now we take his mic. You sure you want to answer? All right.
Is that good?
I think that one died.
Yeah, that one died. I put it on the chart. Audio still going.
where you sitting there, Eugene?
Shit, if they over there, like, you know, we just post right there, get back.
Big Ed's in there too.
Big Ant coming.
Big Ed.
Big Ed, you coming?
Teddy got it on.
Yeah, so like,
Oh yeah, okay.
if you don't
It's
mind.
on Teddy iPad.
Telling your story and like your diagnosis, it's like your mental health. Well, and then we just all gonna kind of talk about that. And then you do what you do, right? Just when you feed off of him.
Yeah.
So it's just an open conversation. Well, I'll bring it in. Yeah, for sure. Is it rolling?
Boy.
Is it rolling?
Yeah, Eugene, you have to lean up, or y'all gonna have to move that couch in.
I gotta sit up.
I remember the couch.
Move the couch up.
Good right there.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Eugene, if you gonna lean back, Ed, you gotta stay up. Just remember, don't block him, Eugene. You can lean back. I'm just saying, just
That's why I
keep it in mind, yeah, because we wanna get everybody. It's going though, y'all can stay.
It's going?
Yeah.
Bet. Alright, so obviously we see some new faces around here. Edwin Jones, man. Lil Lean in here, But yeah. I met Big Ed, man, not too couple months ago, man. And like mentally and spiritually we just like connected and we like been there since then. Like we've been knowing each other for years, bro. But like you got a mental health like walk of your own. And I can't really do it no justice. I'll kind of let you tell your story.
Well, I just want to start off by saying, you know what I'm saying, appreciate you for putting me on the show. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. It's been a struggle all my life, basically. Like, I remember being a small kid and like knowing that something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't diagnosed with, you know, bipolar disorder. That's what I had, bipolar disorder, until I was 15. But what triggered the chemical imbalance in my brain, that's what they describe it as, a chemical imbalance. I believe it was, you know, a lot of loss in my family, you know, death, you know what I'm saying? Lost my grandparents at an early age, lost my father right before I turned 15, you know what I'm saying? So that hindered me a lot, you know. I felt like at that point, daddy gone, I got to step up hard, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't really no male figure, you know, in that spot of him when he left. And I'm 14, so at 14, I had to grow up fast. So I like to say this all the time, you've heard me say this before, my body grew faster than my mind. And what I'm saying by that, I was physically gifted with, you know what I'm saying, man type, you know what I'm saying, abilities and
Right, okay, young age.
you know what I'm saying, beard and everything.
But mentally, it was
But mentally, I didn't develop. You know what I'm saying? I can go hard. Just like you saying, Eugene was saying 10% got to be hard work. My hard work used to be 110.
Right.
Because that's all I focused on, just because I had the physicality, you know, to make, you know, perform. My body could basically beat my mind.
For sure.
Basically, my matter was over my mind.
Right.
That's how strong my matter was. But my mind was weak. And I can say to this day, my matter may not appear or look as, you know, the way it used to, or it's not even nowhere near.
Yeah.
But if I had the mind that I have today, then with the physicality, don't get me wrong, we're getting that physicality back.
Right.
But if I had the mind I have right now, and I can't wait to see how God blesses my mind as I grow older, you know, but if I had this same mindset I had right now, then I'd probably be pretty great. You know what I'm saying? But we not perfect. And you know, Eugene schooled me on some game. He said, you can't have too much positivity. Now let me break that down. What he was referring to by that, let's use a select example. Eugene used this. You got a car battery. Car batteries ain't all positive. You gotta have some type of negative, right? You gotta have a negative force and a positive force. So I want to reiterate on that with Eugene. I've had negative forces. I've had positive forces. You put them together, you got Big Ed sitting right here right now today, still alive, still breathing, still pushing. But with the mental health, I really don't like to focus on it or speak about it, like the bipolar side of it.
Right.
You know, because I don't want to be treated any differently than the next man. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
It's crazy you say that, right? Because I sit here and I'm listening to you. And for me being in the field for 14 years, you know, and a part of my foundation is like, take the label off of it and really strip it down. Let's understand what it really is. Now, we all are facing developmental challenges when people are trying to overcome poverty, when people are trying to overcome abuse, when people try to overcome being stuck in a house or being punished or raped or in prison. People that's in prison have the same thing. Their life freezes. When they get out, they can't cope with society. So a lot of our minds are not developed like our bodies and brains. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we have sex and we do things and the things that we get exposed to early. That's why we go to prison early. So don't feel like you're the only one. Like, yo, like, understand, that was something that they gave you to put a title on to get money. Like, you're not the only one to feel like that.
I didn't say I was the only one.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from personal experiences, like, because working in the industry, working with them hands-on every day, shoot, some of the things that they say they got, I got too. So somebody just didn't tell me that. Or it's just, in our culture, your family just was blessed enough, or you was fortunate enough that somebody took you to get some help. Whereas though a lot of times we cover it up.
Yeah.
So we cover it up, and now people are walking around misdiagnosis. Like, people drink so much and then they start spazzing. Like, that's the same thing. Like, yo, when your emotions change based on a feeling. Like, we all get like that. Because I was a crybaby. Well, I threw tens of tantrums and wanted to quit. Yeah. Like, because I didn't get my way. Like, it's like when you in the streets and they be like, boy, you unleash that beast because you've been aggravated. Like, that's that other side of you. Everybody has an alter ego, whether it's a sex drive, whether it's a freak. Whatever you're going through in the moment, bro, to be successful, we have to be bipolar. Like, you're not normal when you go in that lab and you work obsessively to achieve that goal. Like, your chemical imbalance changed. To reach greatness, it changes. So all it did was you had the ability to reach your greatness before a lot of other people.
Yeah, that I know, but hey, Eugene, let me.
No, I'm not saying like that.
Everything you saying is something I would say. You just said it for me in a better way.
That's what I was
You know what I'm saying? Like everything you just said, because I'm long-winded. Yeah. I was getting there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But basically, what you just broke down, I'm already on that.
No, and that's what I know. But it's like for everybody. We not just you. We want everybody that's watching this to understand that, and that's why we here as catchers on the rebound. Right. That's why we had this podcast. That's why we had this platform. Because that's why
he spoke it out for me.
That's why
I need to hear that first.
That's why Jordan is coming as a student in my program, because he's going through it but like everybody is faced with that. Like, because when we walk in society, bro, like your mental have to change based on everything that's going on in the world just to be yourself. Just to be who you naturally are. Like truth is, who are you? But like traditionally, like yo, you had to abide by your mama rules. You might want to talk back. But when she called you from outside to come remove the remote control to get the Kool-Aid, you didn't want to do that. Like so at the end of the day, like you wanted to let that out, but you couldn't. So now when tragedy happened, because when you talk about your dad, bro, like my mom OD'd in bed in South when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
I had to watch people carry my mom out the window because she was a heavy-set woman. I had to watch the ambulance drop her dead body out the window at 7 years old. At 17, my oldest brother went to prison, but my grandfather started drinking and went across the street and stabbed the neighbor's mom. But I told them that they couldn't drink, and then 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear liquor bottles going, and that's them chasing my grandfather down the street. 3 weeks later, when I'm on the football field, my oldest brother and my grandfather was in the same prison cell. So at 17, I got into the streets too. I got into different things too. Like, I had to deal with those same traumas. I had to deal with those same things. And I got put in detention centers, or people said, you spazzing out because people talking about your mom. Like, you don't learn how to cope. It ain't that people put labels on us and say we this, or put us in these cases, or do these things, or they labeled you bipolar, but nobody taught you how to cope. They said, this is what you have in here. Here go, man. Like, nobody said, what's really going on? Nobody asked the question of what you really feeling inside, because these things happen to you. Right. So what happens is it builds up and then it overflows. Like, anything in you gotta come out somewhere, somehow. Just like when you digest food, like it's always gonna either come out your mouth or your ass. So when you get to see all of this, because it's like what you see influence you, like your eyes. You remember the old saying when your mama said your eyes were bigger than your belly?
Yeah, the eyes were always bigger than your belly.
So
the eyes
again,
were bigger than the appetite.
So again, that's just like life, bro. Just like your mindset. The things that you see, the fancy clothes, everything, the jewelry, the cars, or the traumas, or the drug dealers, or these things, or the child abuse, or the witness of your parents, like all these things, your eyes is absorbing that. Before you can digest it, before you can handle it. Think about it, you a child, like you not trying to digest this stuff, like this is made for grown folks. Yeah. But then nobody's gonna teach you about that, because in our community, those are the things we sweep under this rug. So now you sit in the room trying to figure out how to cope with it and process it yourself. Right. And the adults don't even know how to do it, so how can we expect you to know how to do it? So when you start lashing out and acting out, then it's like, hey, something wrong with him. No, ain't nothing wrong with him.
Put him away.
Yeah, like, ain't nothing wrong with him.
But like, see, like, so
I
understand. Go ahead, finish.
Go ahead.
So like, we all like 25 up, like, how do you feel like hearing all of that from like our perspective? Like, how does that make you feel?
I just feel like y'all are comfortable to let people know about it. I feel like people younger not. So it's like it's there. Y'all talk about it. That's how I feel. Right.
And that's the thing. Like right now, for me, my perspective, I'm a little bit older than everybody here, but my perspective is, man, I'm trying to bring old school values to you new generation guys. Like like the basics, bro. Like communication. Like I'm a big brother, bro. Like you ain't got to have one in your house, but you got one. And if one in your house ain't one, like you got one. That's why we're developing these programs. Right. Because it's a challenge just being an alpha male, bro. It's a challenge being an alpha male around other males without having jealousy or envy or feeling like you can't succeed. But we're gonna change the narrative brick by brick, one by one. Like we're gonna address everything here on, bro. Like that's why I work with Jordan and the whole catch me on the rebound thing. Like I like it. See, he said catch me on the rebound. I keep saying catch me on the rebound. Like I'm saying,
both of them. Yeah, I like both of them. Yeah.
I'm saying it wrong because again, man.
I ain't even know the difference.
It's catch you on the rebound.
And so today, right, as we was chopping it up and chilling this morning, right, he hit me, and that's what I was telling you. Like I came up with the catch part. The catch part just means identify with your feelings and emotions, bro.
Yeah, catch it.
Like just catch it. Like whatever mood and state you in, like just catch yourself. Like that's for any of us, bro. Like when you're frustrated, like everybody feel like they use, like everybody got a moment where you want to spaz out or somebody taking advantage of you or something ain't going your way. Like catch yourself. Catch that mood and feeling you in and understand where you at, bro. Like and then rewind, look over and identify where you at and how you want to go about it, bro.
Catch yourself when you're ready.
And like rebound, bro, is just like you gotta box out. That means If it's not for you or that non-environment, remove yourself, box it out, so you can push forward, bro.
But even like, so even if it be like unconventional, so like one of the best rebounders, Charles Barkley, was like, just go get the damn ball. So like, rebound to me is like putting myself out there. Like putting myself out there to like go speak, to do this, just put my, like doing what I did today, like putting myself out there, it's like going to get the ball. Like you gotta put yourself out there. It's gonna be uncomfortable. Like you got to.
But yeah,
you know what I mean?
also again, before you can just put yourself out there, you still have to identify where you was at. You still have to get in a position to put yourself out there.
Right.
So that's what I mean by rewind. Like yo, like because one time they boxed you out, or one time they hit you and you didn't get the rebound.
Right.
So when you didn't get it, that's
missed
that
opportunity.
that missed opportunity. So that's that thing that say, let's just say for example, like Big Ed, that's that thing that got him frustrated.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't able to catch it before he allowed it to touch his emotion, right?
Right.
So now, once he do that, he recognizes where he's at. Now he can catch it. Then he can keep pushing forward. It don't have to keep happening. But see, the thing about us is human nature, bro. When one negative thing happens, we think the next 9 things happen. That's why we're trying to catch it. So we don't think the next 9 things happen. See, because if one good thing happened to us, we don't think the next 9 things are gonna be good. We still think the next thing is gonna be negative. And we see it in all our relationships. We see it in all our walks of life. So that's what we're talking about here. Like, yo, catch it. Understand that emotion. Catch it. And I'm not saying nothing ain't gonna happen to you. But we're saying, identify with it, catch it.
But something is gonna happen to you. It's gonna happen now, or it's gonna happen later.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's going to just kind of, think, you know what I'm saying, before you react.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Try your best to catch it. Like you said, catch it before you react to it.
To not respond like emotionally and just
Because
process.
the only why I say that, bro, because we are men. And men are analytical. We supposed to think first and react later. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If we get in our feelings and emotions, we lose. But you know 95% of your actions is your emotions.
Right.
See, you're not your thoughts, bro. You're your actions. You can just think stuff, but you never act on it.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful of what's controlling the 6 inches in between your ears, bro. And that's your subconscious. And whatever sits in your subconscious, you have to protect. Because normally the music, the sounds, and those things gonna trigger whatever comes out.
Right. We're gonna cut it right quick. What you saying?
Go to him.
Go to him.
Yeah. This is his interview.
Alright, so like we just gonna have X right there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be X.
Hey, back.
Oh,
Sure.
Has he did his spotlight?
huh?
Has he did his spotlight? Here's the actual. Talk about this stuff. Use your brand. You know what I'm saying? If you can work your work and try to like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a but it's gonna be based on the song, but I just talk about, you know what I'm saying, that together.
Yeah.
This is just like,
This is my
you could be right here with something, you know, because I could slide this one.
Bro, JD,
What's up?
I would do this shot like pretty tight.
Pretty tight.
They said like I love the direction they're going. But since it's like right now,
Yeah.
Just throwing some real quick, I'm still getting used to it. I can answer anything. I didn't know what to say. How that look?
You look good. Sit in.
that's a 16 mil. What is it?
Oh shit. You gonna listen, right? Yeah. Okay. So.
What am I doing?
Yeah, or you could hand him a bag, or you could be like, Jordan could be like, in back with my guy, just like spotlight, and then you could be like, you can just be like, here you go, bro, it's a gift for you. Alright,
I'm ready. Y'all ready?
we rolling. Carter.
Hey. Yo. G.
What's that? Action.
Alright, yo. Alright, so we're gonna take it to the spotlight moment, man. Like, this is Deepwave X's time to really just shine. Put Glate on and whatever else he got going on. What you got in that bag right there, man?
I got you a shirt. I'm gonna let you look at it real fast.
For the creative and ambitious person.
It's not a normal shirt, you know, something really different from everybody else. I'm gonna let you figure that out.
Okay. Debut. Oh, damn. Bunch of little merch in here. Bands.
Bags, dope.
Oh, nice. Okay. More bands. Oh, okay.
You actually can read that paper.
This one right here?
Okay. Stickers.
Alright. Let's see what we got here. 10, 12, 20. You got dreams, you can have it. It's all mental. Take the time to reach your potential. It's a poem? Okay. Alright. You got dreams, you can have it all. It's all mental. Take the time to reach your potential. You gotta own it. Don't rinse like residue. Stay focused. Don't blow like a candle. Get a grip. Don't twist like a handle. Stay active. It won't happen random. Keep moving. Make it through the marathon. Don't slip. Find a rock to stand on. Like Kobe Bryant, get the win. Put your team on. Glate. Yo, that's dope.
Yeah. By the way, that's my debut message I want to get out as I release my hoodies and my first line of clothing for Glate.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to read that and everybody gets the page. I just want them to feel energized after they read that and have something they can keep from me. So that's just how I feel about that.
That's dope. So that's like your mission.
That's my opening up right there.
Yeah.
That's the introduction to my world, basically.
Right. So you still do the wave?
Man,
No.
no.
Was there no waves under that hat?
Ain't nothing but some
What?
quarantine hair under this.
What happened with that? You just kind of got
Trying
tired.
to move on. It's like I feel like when you grow, you gotta certain parts you just gotta change it if you like it. You know, I feel like waves had a big spot in my life, and I feel like I want to do something else, and someone else to take that spot. So that's what my clothing line is for me now.
Okay. Right. So the clothing line is all 2021. You locked in on Glate. Nothing else.
2021 is gonna be crazy.
Right.
Crazy. It's gonna be Glate, and it's more than just Glate. It's gonna be a lot of different things that people gonna see from the brand and stuff that branches off from the brand.
For sure. Well, tell us about Honey Gold.
Honey Gold.
That's your girl, right?
Nah.
Not like that. No. Not your girl like that.
She's an ambassador for Glate. She's like the first female artist to get on and sponsor our merch for us. So I want to give her a huge shout out for representing the brand and being somebody that could, help inspire other people. That's what she does. She raps, but she inspires a lot of people, and that's kind of what the brand's about. And she does that in her way. So she's one of the people that reps the brand for us. So.
Right.
And she's the first one to really catch on to it, and we grown together, so she's been like somebody that's really helped us out.
Really?
Yeah.
So I got 2 questions for you, yo. So I want you to tell me 5 years from now where you see yourself, and up to date, I want you to let us know like your biggest failure.
Okay.
But it was also like one of the best moments, like one of the best things to happen for you.
All right.
Kind of understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say 5 years from now, I ain't even gonna tell y'all.
If you don't want to tell us, then that's cool.
It's just I want to speak it to an existence, but I want it just to. It's bigger in my head. I feel like if I say it, it'll diminish.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. When you about to do something, don't tell nobody. Just do it and then let them find out.
I see myself empowering other people just to do big things and empower, keep the cycle going. That's how I feel. I feel like the energy is gonna be recycled in a huge way, and it's gonna show up just a lot of different things. Art, materially, it's gonna be a lot of things. It's not just one thing it's gonna happen. I feel like a lot of energy is gonna go around. So it's gonna be a lot of things.
I feel that. And you at the head for another.
I appreciate it. And you said my biggest failure. Let me see.
I'll tell you my first. I gave you some time. Man.
Okay.
I guess to date, my biggest failure is just like not having been prepared in a moment when I was younger in college.
Okay.
Just not being in the right mind state.
Right.
Like even like Eugene said, like I probably wouldn't be here if I had been in the right mind state. But then again, like if I had gotten everything I wanted then, like I definitely would have been here. I definitely wouldn't have known nothing about mental health. I definitely wouldn't have, like, you know what I mean? I would have been like a bigger mess. Yeah. So like if things don't happen like the way they are planned, then it's probably because they wasn't supposed to happen. Or you're supposed to take a different route. You're supposed to figure out certain things.
I feel like for me, I'm gonna cut you off. I feel like for me, it's like I kind of dive into whatever I'm doing. So it's like I see a good amount of success more than normal people would see because they don't apply themselves as much as I would to something. So it's like sometimes I pick something and I feel like that's for me, and it might work out for a period of time, but it's like maybe mostly I get detached from it. Like YouTube, I got detached from YouTube. I just got tired of doing it. I got turned the camera. I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. And it's like I still want to connect with people, but I know I can do it in a different way. So it's like I had to just stop that and then just do something else. It's like YouTube was cool, but it's like it wasn't growing me as a person. It was just like a reflection of me to me. I wanted to go out and do different things, and I still can do that now. But I feel like I had to take a break from that to see what I wanted to do and put out, because you're putting out energy, and it's like when you don't got your own energy to put out, what are you putting out? You just you know,
stuff out for no reason. I feel that. Yeah. And even like, it's so many platforms now, man. Like I'm not really active on Twitter. I'm not really active on TikTok, and it's like it's a new app every few years. It's like a new app that overtakes
the next one. Let me say you something about that. It's really all the same thing, just a different language. Like social media is really a language, honestly. It's like something that you might post on Facebook, you might post on your story on Instagram. It's just the way. It's just a different presentation. It's cool.
We'll cut it in there, so we'll jump back in here. Just kind of, because we got enough for that. So now, because we can just fade that. Okay. So now we come back, we actually talk about your clothes.
Okay.
One question to keep in mind, he can ask you, or you can just go into it. What is your brand? Like,
okay.
What do you consider it?
Okay.
Like, do you just consider it, you know what I'm saying, a clothing brand, or you consider it whatever? I mean, if you do, you do. You don't have to give a smart answer. It's really what you want, but that's, you know what I'm saying? Or what kind of clothing brand? Even that, you know what I'm saying? You can be specific on that.
Got it.
Let me know when we roll, yeah. Let me know when to start. Is it rolling still?
Yeah, it's still, you can hear that.
It is. Okay.
It's not too loud.
Hit the train stop?
Yeah. So yeah, you can start out, pop off with that. That mug, that dope.
Yeah, man. So I got this Glate tee right here. And man, I must say, man, you outdid yourself on this one.
I appreciate it. That's the limited edition.
Okay.
Debut tee, and you got the custom. Look on the shoulder right there.
Oh, what does that say? Debut. Oh, damn, yo, hold on, yo. Yeah. Jordan Tolbert. Hey, I appreciate that, my God. That's dope, man. That's dope. So, okay. It's a lot of clothing brands, man, and like, so it's like
a lot of clothing. Let's get into that. I love conversation.
And I'm not really, so like, I got t-shirts for my brand, but I just wanted merch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily dive into like the whole like apparel thing.
I feel like that's smart because I feel like
I look super comfortable.
I feel like you're supposed to be bigger than the brand. So the fact that you already have picture on the Rebound and you want to put merch with it, it's basically the same thing as a real clothing brand. You know, some people they start with the T-shirt and they put a design on there. That's not a brand. That's a shirt with a design. Like, what's the philosophy? Like, what do you believe in with your brand? Right. So I feel like with my brand, I want to inspire people to pursue and maintain, like to pursue new goals, new things, their dreams, and maintain what they already have, maintain what they already grown with, and what they already built on. Right. So I always say my brand's for the creative and ambitious people. So people like you, people like everybody in here, and everybody watching, man, there's people that want to create and put out stuff into the world for people to consume.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Okay, so we can cut it, and then now we're just gonna have like a spot where it's just him, and then like we can just ask him a question. Like everybody can ask him one question. You feel me? Because like Anthony got a clothing brand, videography, paid manager. We have ACEE Academy, so it's gonna be you. We're gonna be behind. We're gonna ask you a question.
Let's go. I'm gonna be. I don't know.
That's it.
Word.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Ain't no more freebies after this.
Hey, them teas come out Monday, so you like the first one, maybe the first 2 with it.
Word. That's dope.
It's just like high fashion, huh?
Oh, I guess you can say that. I say pretty high fashion.
Garments are premium, bro. Are you sorting it here?
No, I got yeah, it's you know the big old, I forgot what it's called, clothing. No, they
Good shit.
All right, so it's just spotlight, bro. Gonna ask you a question. Want a piece?
okay.
And also, bro, man, have fun with this part.
Cool.
Cause we're gonna use this as really like your product basically placement, and it's like we got it all throughout it, but
Okay.
shit, have fun with it, bro. Like show your personality. One thing we do know, you do YouTube.
Right.
People love personality.
Right.
So shit, you can cuss, bro. You can do whatever, bro. Don't be uptight.
Alright,
And
baby.
none of us gonna go get the Bible and hit you with it. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
You're gonna do what you want. But come in, introduce yourself.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you did it by yourself already, but just do it again, just for practice or whatever. And talk about your brand.
Cool. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Xavier Johnson, aka Deepwave X, and I'm the CEO of Glate. And I kind of wanted to call that. I forgot how to end it. I just keep going.
Start
So what we going into though? What we going into?
Talk about your brand right now.
Talk about the brand.
And then whenever you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're done talking, you can just be like, yeah. Because what
Okay.
we'll do is, we won't necessarily put these clips right back to back to back. It
Okay, they might
like,
just
boom, boom, you'll see a cut to
Okay.
boom, to the next question. And you
Okay.
might not even hear us say the question on the clip, but it's just, you know what I'm saying, we just do it different ways.
Okay.
You're done. Whenever you feel like you're done, you can just be
All
like,
right. So this something like quick, or is it like
bro,
this something?
is you.
All right. But how long though? How long though? Like just talk.
A minute, 2
Whatever.
minutes.
All right.
Not everyone gonna be a minute.
Don't be 30 minutes.
Okay.
Nah, everyone is gonna be 1 minute.
All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, let's go. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Xavier Johnson, aka Deepwave X, CEO of Glate, and I kind of wanted to show you guys my brand right here. As you can see on the back, we got Glate to pursue and maintain, and we got the front. We got the logo right here. Also, we got the sides, debut and Glate, and I kind of wanted to show you guys what we had going. Cut that, bro. Cut it, bro.
That's good.
That's good. That's good. All right. As long as it's cut and it's like, all right, cool.
Now you can.
Yeah, because it's like, I get it out, it's like,
Now y'all act like everybody has one question. Like just like.
Okay, well,
All right. In the journey of having a clothing brand, what's been the hardest thing to figure out on that journey?
I feel like for me, the hardest thing to figure out with this brand was kind of like the brand philosophy, like having a deeper meaning for the brand, because I started out with these t-shirts right here, it was just like a black shirt and like the Glate right there, and I knew it meant for the creative inhibition, but I didn't know pursue and maintain, I didn't know kind of like how I wanted to express myself with the brand, but I know I had a name and I wanted to stand on it, so this brand identity for me.
what does Glate mean?
Glate means it means to pursue and maintain. It's actually like, it doesn't mean anything, but with my brand it means to pursue and maintain, so.
What's your favorite type of musician to work with when you're doing your videography?
All right, musician. Honestly, I don't really work with too many musicians. I like working with my friends, so you know, they might be musicians. Yeah.
In this, what like clothing and stuff, like, how would you say you differentiate yourself like from other brands? Like, what makes your brand pop?
I feel like I paid attention to detail with my brand philosophy, and also the quality of clothing, the design work, the presentation, and the delivery and our message. So
Who is your clothes? What is your target audience for your brand of clothes?
Honestly, I say the target audience would be, entrepreneurs, which is a lot of people. You'd be surprised. Entrepreneurs and people that are inspired by entrepreneurs will follow people that wear the merch. So really everybody, but it's going to come down based off influences as it grows.
Overall, how do you feel, you know what I'm saying, like within yourself? How do you feel about your product, and how do you feel about the people who support you? Like,
all right.
How do you feel about that?
Man, I feel really good about the brand because I feel like I've grown a lot developing the brand. I feel like when I debuted the brand, I feel like I also debuted a part of myself. Like y'all see me write the poem, like I never put my stuff out like that. I wrote that like 4 years ago in a rap. You thought it was a rap. I wrote that 4 years ago. So I feel like I was really putting out a premium part of myself, like the clothing's premium, the brand's premium, and I feel like I was putting out like a better part of myself when I did that.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. And then I just want to do one more thing about just like encouraging people to vote. Go ahead. Like, that's all I want to do. And we can get everybody in this shot.
All right.
It's like it's gonna end it. I just want to encourage everybody to vote, bro, because I feel like that's a pretty relevant topic.
Right. Okay.
Like, you're right. Like, you might be.
It really everybody. It's based on what they do. Like,
Can you like raise it and we could just be standing, bro, and like get like everybody head like just right there. Would that work or nah? So everybody get like
Put the X in front in these shorts.
right there. Yeah. Can you
Scoot back.
everybody up top?
Scoot back. That light is killing you, Gene.
We back kind of towards the couch a little bit.
Big Ed, that light is killing you.
No, it's because, yeah, there you go.
There you
What
go.
about now?
You good?
That's cool.
Right. Shirt to say
X. Scoot up, X.
Eugene said right there.
that's really what
Hey, scoot up.
articulated better than that.
Hey, X, scoot up.
And stay right there, Eugene.
Yeah.
Bet. And action.
You good? All right, man. Thank you, Big Wave X, for coming through, man. Thank you, Big Ed. Thank you, Gene, for coming through. Teddy Mac, AO, behind the scenes. It's 2020, man, and I don't know if y'all know, this is actually my first year voting, but it's early voting going on. But I just want to encourage everybody to vote, man. Like our ancestors and the people before us, like they really died. They really put themselves out there on the front line for us to just even have the ability to vote. So go out there and vote, man. The last day, I believe, is in early November, and just make your voice heard. And that's a wrap. This is Catch You on the Rebound. Oh, man. 6, 5.